Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you today? Do you want to be a swabby shopper as a soaper or a maker? I can show you how. So for those of you who have been following me, this is going to be a total little revamp of things, okay? So if you want to see the chit chat, go to the end of the video. But not until I show you how to be a swabby shopper. Shipping is a killer, and nowadays you want to keep your costs as low as possible to maximize your profit. So let's go do that video, and I'll talk to you at the end of it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make the most bang out of your buck when it comes to shipping costs, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to say I need some oils. Let's just go here. We'll do olive oil. First, I'm going to show you the coconut. Just because. So if you buy coconut and you buy it in the 44-pound pail, which I do, okay? Now, 80/52 is great, but I'm going to show you. Hopefully this will accept my... So you have to log in so they know where you're at, right? But, so it's going to be up here. Do you see this? The shipping is $48.47. So the $128.99 right there, let me get my little pin. The $128.99, that is going to be your total for shipping the coconut oil. So the nice thing about this is it gives you the shipping price and the cost of it. Now I always put this price, this is the cost of it because it's shipping. I always add the shipping into my product cost, okay? Because there's no other way around it. I don't know, some people add shipping at the bottom of their totals and it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me because it's part of the cost. Okay, so we're gonna go to olive oil. Extra virgin is what, $3? About $3 difference than the refined. Okay, and looking at the extra virgin versus the grade A, it's about not quite 3 cents an ounce difference. Okay, so that is what I look at too when I'm debating on, do I want to do the extra virgin organic, or do I want to do the other one? And I have been actually preferring the organic one. So we're gonna start with this, and we're gonna add 2 of these, and we're going to add to my cart. Okay, and look at the checkout. So now it has gone up, the shipping has gone up $77.40, and I will tell you this is where we're going with this. I'm okay, $77.40, which when I take off the coconut oil, you're going to see why. It is actually going to be this $28.93 for shipping is what it costs to ship 2. Okay, so 2 7-pound bottles, we'll call them bottles, is $28.93 to ship. Okay, and that's going to equal, that's $14.47 per container, and that's a huge amount to add on to that. Okay, so let's go, and we're going to add another one. 3. I'm going to do this very simplified. So 3 is $32.55. That takes us down to $10.78 per bottle. Okay, so not only is it $29.75, I have to add on $10.78 per bottle for my cost. Okay, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna add another one. And this is just how many 7-pound containers I can add. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's castor or if it's apricot or whatever. The shipping, we're looking at the shipping, you guys. Okay, so 4 is going to be $36.90. I want to get the cheapest amount of shipping. Okay, so now we are down to $9.23 per item. We go back up and we're gonna add another one. So 5 of these, and I know you think you're like, what are you doing? I'm basically prepping myself for when I have to add an order to Soaper's Choice. I go in and I figure out what is my max, you know, to get the biggest bang for my buck. So 5 of them is $42.71. That was a little bit more of a jump. That's for $6. So that took me down to $8.54 a container. Okay, so I'm going down. It's still going down. And we're gonna add a 6th one. So if I buy 6 7-pound bottles, it's going to cost me $47.08, which is about $5 difference. That is $7.84. And that's huge, you guys. That's double. If I only ordered 2, I'd be paying $14 shipping per each. Where if I buy 6, I am paying $7.84 each. That's a huge difference when you have to add that onto the price of the product. Okay, so we're just gonna do 7 just for heck of it. Like I said, I worked this out already. 7 7-pound bottles is $69.45. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. That is $22 more for that one item than for the 6. Okay, so, and I'll tell you what it does. It goes up and goes up and it goes down depending after you hit 6, because they can fit 6 into a box. Also note, you can add the stearic acid, like the 5-pound stearic acid, or 5 pounds of shea, or cocoa butter in there also, and the price stays the same because it's it fits into the same size box as the bottles do. Okay, we'll go to Wholesale Supplies Plus. Wholesale Supplies Plus is actually really interesting as, where do we have it? Their thing is, as long as you spend it up here, way up here, guys, right hand corner, free shipping on orders over $25. However, you are going to pay a $5.95 shipping and, or they call it a handling fee. It's for their boxes and their packaging, and they do a really good job of packaging their items. So you're gonna pay roughly $6. So if you go in here and you buy a 4-ounce oil, right? And I've already compared like their oils and stuff compared to Soaper's Choice, and they're really high, except the castor was very, if you wanted to order castor oil from them, that was pretty reasonable overall. They say it is hexane free, but you know, you gotta do your own diligent research. If you absolutely love an oil and you have to have it, let's see, pumpkin spice. I know, it's summer, but I'm already thinking about my fall scents. I can't remember. I think it's this one. I'd have to look if this is the one I bought. It was very, very good. And it's overstocked. So it's 20% off. So if you came in here and bought a 4-ounce bottle, the 16 in. Okay, so you got 2 oils. And so you're going to be dividing that by $3. Each one will have a $3 shipping cost on there. If you have something else you need, like micas, or like I said, a castor. I think the castor was probably the one that was the closest, and it was saying it was hexane free. I think that was one of the very first questions. Is it hexane free? And it says it is cold pressed, which means hexane free. I've been reading up on oils, and cold pressed is always hexane free. So the 7-pound is $20.97. You add that to the cart. We could, you know, I mean, you can, so then divide your shipping. You could do it by pounds. Like, let's say we removed this one. Let's say we wanted to remove this. Okay. So in my cart I have 8 pounds, so I would take the $6 divided by the 8 pounds, and that's how it would take my my stuff. I would take it $5.95 divided by 8. So that would add 75 cents to my fragrance oil, and the rest of the shipping I would add on to the castor. And it's still cheaper than Soaper's Choice. I'm sorry, Soaper's Choice. You have excellent products. Let's go back to Aztec. Okay, we're gonna wax warmers. I'm just gonna show you this one because this was funny. Okay. Ooh, what they have? Let's see. Okay, I wanted something actually that was easy to calculate cost on. Let's do him. He's $7.50. Okay, regular price $24.99. Ooh, so we're gonna add him to the cart. And we're going to proceed to check out with one. And I have to enter my information. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had this in my cart. So, okay. So we're looking at this, and the cheapest one is $20.89 to ship that. Okay? Okay? So let me just write this down. One is $20.89. Okay? And I know you think this is stupid, but this is what I do. How many fragrance oils can I get for the cheapest amount? You know? Because if you're going to do an order, do a decent order and get the most bang out of your buck. That I'm going to say forever. So 2 is the same. So how many are 3? Because every time the more you add, the less it's going to be. So my shipping went up to $21.80. You're paying about $21, right? For 2 of them, you're paying $10 and roughly 50 cents a piece. Okay? For 3 of them, $7.27 a piece to ship. 4 of them is $24.79. Which is $6.20 a piece. Not that you need 4 of these wax melts, but if you were wax warmers, but if you were buying wax warmers, you would want to do it this way. $6.20 each, right? And 5 gives us 28. Which is $5.65. Do you see my point? How it works? You just keep. So then if you were shopping for wax warmers, you could go in and you could roughly pick 5 of them, you know, and you'd only be paying that $6.20 to ship them instead of $21 a piece. But you can use the same thing for like Brambleberry. I do that with them. I will throw in micas, because I don't really buy a lot of stuff here. It's just a couple fragrance oils, and sometimes I'll throw in one that I want to try, you know, that I haven't tried before. Otherwise, micas that I like to buy. But you do the same thing. In this you can't, but I usually like do my shopping, and then I'll go back and figure out, okay, so if I add another fragrance oil, like I'll just double one, am I getting the max out of my shipping? New Directions is, they got some really cool products. Sometimes if you sign up to their mailing list, I don't know if they show it on the thing, they will show, they'll have flat rate shipping. Let's just try this. We'll go extracts. I love their extracts. They've got me. This one is really cool. This, I can't say it. Bakuchiol liquid extract. Comparing. Okay, so we're going to continue shopping, and we're going to, okay. What else do I buy here? I have no idea. Powder. Oh. Let's do banana powder. I've never put banana fruit powder in there. Rich in potassium and vitamin A. Moisturizing mask from China. Meaning it serves as a moisturizing mask from China. Oh, that looks fun. Okay. But if we could, viewer edit the cart. I like theirs because I don't have to sign in totally. See, this is what kicks my butt. The $22. And it's kind of that way. So the flat shipping, usually it's $15. So you gotta kind of watch sales if you're shopping at New Directions. I mean, Mad Micah's, that's another one. I love Mad Micah's. You know, get the most, you know, I always throw my favorites in there and then I go back and it's like, where's my best shipping option? You don't want to be a sloppy shopper when it comes to your business. That's really all I'm saying. So anyway, I hope this was great for you. Did you get anything out of that video? I hope you got some good tips. That is how I have always looked at things, is to try to get the biggest bang for my buck. 3 things to keep with you today. Be kind, be forgiving, and be you. As always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. God bless.